Hello and welcome to week 2 of the 28 Days of Joy series. And this week we're going to look at joy in the body. So we're really talking about focusing on physical awareness. And before we do a practice together, I want to acknowledge that if you live with chronic pain or you just have some pain days, that um, it's really hard to force joy in the body, especially when there's some uncertainty about how our bodies are going to behave and show up for us. And so instead of having joy be this really big thing or something that, my body just feels like in euphoria or so wonderful, reframe joy as something where, my body, this part of my body feels comfortable, or this part of my body feels supported today. It doesn't have to be this all or nothing thing. We can still look for the pieces where there are wins happening in our body, or even parts that feel neutral. Like this part feels fine. It feels at peace today. And looking for that and being able to acknowledge that. And then also being able to move in your bodies in ways where you can support yourself, that it doesn't have to be a big, grand, dynamic practice, but that there's still some motions that you can do to support yourself. So for this practice, all you'll need is a seat. And so I have like a bench, I'm using a piano bench behind me, but a chair, like from your kitchen, whatever, works just fine. And it can have a back on it. Mine just happens not to have a back on it. So find a seat. And then from your seat, you can choose to close your eyes or open your eyes, whatever is most comfortable. And I want you to just start by noticing your hands and your feet, where they touch, where you've naturally allowed them to land. And see if you can frame the ground beneath you as something that's holding you. It's holding you up. There is this sense of being held, being supported. And see if you can establish this sense of connection to the ground below you. And then from here, just do really simple movements. You're going to take your heels to the ground. You can barely see my heels. You're going to take your heels to the ground and then your toes to the ground. So you're flexing your feet and then pointing your feet just back and forth. And see if you can notice any sensation in your feet. And maybe your feet are a part of your body that you can say feels neutral, and maybe not. Just planting the seed. And then from here, you'll take your left foot and place it down on the ground. Take the right ankle across the left thigh. And then you're just going to roll the right ankle. And change directions. And then change sides. And roll the other way. And set the feet down. And then from the feet, we'll move to the hands. We'll roll the wrists. Opposite direction. You're going to take your hands, interlace your fingers, and then press your palms away from you. You can move side to side. So just noticing in these small movements, where you can feel successful, like you have this internal feeling, it's not coming from outside acknowledgement, that this works for you and you can feel good about that. And then release the hands. Take the backs of your hands together. Swing the wrists from side to side. Okay. From here, I'm going to turn so you can see better. You're going to take your hands, interlace the hands together behind you, pull down. And then if it feels okay, you can lift your chest up, maybe drop the head back slightly. And then you'll take your right arm up, drop the right hand behind you. If it feels good to catch the right hand with the left fingers, you can do that. And then change sides. Good, release. We're going to stay here with the arms. We're just going to take the right arm across your body and let it rest in the left elbow crease. Again, so as we look for joy in the body, it's not about forcing joy in the body. That's impossible. We're exploring ways to find it. So what it looks like for you may not look the same for, somebody else. So we're just open to exploring, what works in our own body and what doesn't. Sometimes knowing what doesn't work can also be joyful because we know what to avoid. And change sides. You try something once and you think, I'm not trying that again, and that's okay. That's good. And release. And then here to close, I'm just going to take your hands onto your ribs. Close your eyes. And then you'll continue the natural breath through your nose. I just want you to notice how it feels, or what observations you can make as you feel the rib cage expand and contract. Again, you're not over breathing in or really forcing the exhale, just your natural breath and how it feels to be in touch with your body in this way. What sensations do you feel? And then bring your thumbs to your forehead. And Nama is name, stay is same. My name is your name. We are all the same. We bow forward together and say, Namaste.